Well, hello everybody, and welcome back to G Bear's Off-Grid Ways, a homestead in the desert. And I'm inside the shop right now because it's windy outside. It's been windy all day. We got a storm on the way. Hopefully, we'll get some rain out of this. The last couple of mornings, I've gotten up and everything is wet. I had big water droplets on top of my solar panels and all kinds of stuff like that. So been getting little sprinkles overnight, but nothing's registering on the rain gauge. So what can I say? Anyway, I wanted to make sure I get this video in. Now, if you noticed, my my intro for my normal intro was a little different. It was short as can be, short and sweet. Well, that's because I got my new phone replacement today, and the app that I was using, the free app I was using for editing, apparently when I switched it from one phone to another, it erased all my old videos that I had, but they're on YouTube. I'm not worried about that. But it also erased my intro. And it set me back to the beginning like I just opened the app for the first time, and I've got to set it all back up again. So I did get the preliminary part of the screen installed. I won't go into how I did that, but I had to go back and through my emails and my text messages and that stuff and get the music from Tony that he sent me, so I found that. But I've already spent, probably 6 hours transferring all my apps over and updating all of my information and going into all my secure apps like my banking and all of that. And then, of course, they recognize that you're accessing from a different phone, so they want to verify, so you got to get a code from them and then enter the code, and then they say, are you using a new device? And then you get a warning, and you got to erase the warning. What a pain in the neck. So I've been going at this all day, so I'm going to get the What Is It Wednesday stuff done here and get back in and work on putting my intro back together again. And I might make a few changes on it, might not. We'll see. Let's see how what I have to do to get there. At least I know I don't know what the pictures were last time, so instead of having to go back and watch videos so I can see what pictures I used, I'll just put new pictures in. There you go. All right. So on the What Is It Wednesday from yesterday, I took the wrong paper out with me. I don't have the paper with the names on it, but I will edit them in right about right now. Okay, so you'll see who the people were that the first 4 people that got it correct. So anyway, I'm here and I will show you what's going on. This is what I showed. Okay, this was the kit that I showed. And this is a parallel setup. Okay, they call these setup bricks or blocks. All right, and what are they used for? Well, when you're milling or drilling or anything like that, and you have to clamp an item into one of these types of clamps, you want to make sure that this is sitting level on the workbench or on your drill press or whatever. You want to make sure that your piece is level too, because if it's slightly cocked, then you're going to drill a crooked hole, or you won't be able to mill the face evenly, things like that. So what you do is you take a set of these and you put them inside here like that, and then you can set your work on top of them, and you're sure that it's parallel. And then you can tighten the clamp on it, and you've got a nice flat surface that's perfectly level. It's parallel with the work surface, so you can get a good straight cut and things like that on it. Now, usually you use these things on drill presses and milling machines, and this is my combination milling machine and metal lathe. All right, so this part actually swings around, as you can see. It swings around over here, and then I can take the cutters out of this thing, and then I have the vices on here for clamping the product in there. And then I have over here I have all of the different end bits, end mills that you would put on there. And then I have this one that I made myself, and this is for doing large facing. When this is in the milling machine, it spins, so it gives you a wider cut across a flat surface. And there's some end mills in the chucks here already. And then the drill press can either go in here or in the mill, either way. And then these points go in the end of the mill here for centering your work in the metal chuck. I have I only have a 3-jaw chuck, and all 3 work in unison. But you can put a pipe inside of here, or you can put a pipe on the outside here and reverse it and hold a larger diameter than what would fit inside of the chuck here. And then I have these other jaw pieces here, which are the opposites of those. So I could open it up even more for a much larger piece to go in there. All right. So that was what the tool was. Isn't that pretty cool? That's pretty cool. Now, my friend Tony at Doing Redneck Things Off Grid, Tony and Leanne, mentioned that he just bought a plasma cutter, and I've been looking for one, but the prices were just outrageous everywhere I looked. And then he sent me a link to one at it was only listed at $99, and it's a 50 amper. And I'm like, that sounds weird. So I got to do some more research into that. But if it turns out to be exactly what the app says, or what he sent me, I might have to order one of those myself, because all the ones I've been looking at were in the $500 range. And you got to have at least a 50 amp, because they're rated at cutting through 14 millimeter of steel, which is 14 millimeters as it translates to about 9/16. But you always take a 16th off for your depth cuts on those. So it would cut a 1/2 inch thick piece of metal. But I would never be working with anything that heavy. But, most of the stuff I work with is 1/8 or 1/4 inch thick. And then there's some thinner stuff that I would use. But it says it cuts aluminum, brass, copper, steel, iron, all of the stuff. I said that, and it comes with everything. That's what, well, it doesn't come with the air compressor, but that was pretty amazing to me. So I'm really interested in that, and I'm going to see what Tony says about how it turns out and what he gets, and go from there. So I want to thank you all for joining me today, everybody. This is G Bear signing off.